That was the scene in California's Mojave Desert 5 years ago. Our historic first view of the Newcomer's ship. Theirs was a slave ship carrying 250,000 beings bred to adapt and labor in any environment. But they've washed ashore on Earth with no way to get back to where they came from. And in the last 5 years, the Newcomers have become the latest addition to the population of Los Angeles.
I don't see him.
Two officers wounded here.
Oh, there's my husband.
Get a wheelchair.
Oh, hey, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's nothing, really.
Henry saved my life.
Oh, come on, George.
Have a seat,
It's my arm. I can walk.
Tough guy, huh? It's hospital policy.
Henry, sit down.
Wait, no. We can't accept human patients here. We're not equipped. Take him to county.
I didn't get a chance back there. Oh, God, Lord.
Look, forget it. Well, when I began supervising medical care during quarantine, I saw right away that newcomer physiology would present us with a lot of challenges. In surgery, for instance, newcomers respond to acetylcholine for intubation. They don't tolerate either Forane or Ethraine, so, well, anesthesiologists are going back to the old standby of nitrous oxide and oxygen with morphine sulfate. But newcomer physiology is not always problematic. Well, since they have two hearts, we can generally perform open heart surgery without a pump. So to all the so-called purists who are constantly slamming the newcomers, I say, give that a try.
Dr. Trenner,
listen, I'm going to need a couple of minutes. Excuse me.
I've been noticing my brush, the drain in the shower. I'm losing my hair.
That's a problem?
You think women like bald men?
All the ones I know do.
Why do I bother? Hey, look, you better be ready. We're going 2-on-2 against Dobbs and Quintero today. That's $40 I don't want to lose.
Matt, don't worry. We Tankanese are very fast learners.
Yeah. Hey, that reminds me. Dob told me this great joke. There's a Frenchman, a Russian, and a spongehead. They're in a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Is this another one of your racist jokes?
Look, it's funny. Okay, the boat's sinking.
I don't like racist jokes.
George, lighten up. They only got 2
I
life
really
jackets.
don't
And
want
Frenchman-
to hear this.
You got no sense of humor. That's your problem.
Well, this is your lucky day, officer. Pellets haven't caused any major or permanent damage, but we are going to have to operate to get them out.
Surgery?
It's a minor procedure, but he will need a general anesthetic. I'll schedule it for tomorrow morning.
Be sure and tell the kids I'm okay.
Ed, I heard we had a police officer here.
Dr. Trenner, this is Officer James. He has multiple shotgun pellets embedded in his right forearm, but there's minimal subcutaneous bleeding, his blood pressure's normal, and there's no nerve damage.
Trenner. Jim Trenner.
Man, I don't believe it. Unreal. We went to high school together.
You haven't changed. You look great.
Oh, get out of here. Don't tell me you're a cop.
Oh, yeah.
You were a delinquent. This guy had his own chair in the principal's office.
Right next to yours. Oh, you should have turned around, doctor.
Hey.
Wow.
Hey, you remember that time you pitched that smoke bomb into the faculty job?
Oh, poor Mrs. Butterman. I didn't know she was in there.
I did. Oh, listen, I am right in the middle of my rounds, but we have got to get together.
Yeah.
We're going to take great care of you.
Thank you.
Jim.
I'll see you later.
Jim Trenner.
He's your age.
Yeah.
He looks much younger.
Uncle Moudry, you walked? All the way from downtown?
Na'i kakla. ST2 Ras, nos pamioka.
A goat.
Would you like me to bring him in?
No, that's all right.
Can I go pet him?
He'd like that.
George will be so upset that he missed you.
Well, then perhaps I should stay.
Stay.
Yes, thank you. I'd like that.
Pick the wrong place to hunker, Slags!
Don't!
He shot Campbell, man. He shot Campbell.
Buck? Is that you? Buck?
Yeah.
Look who's here, Uncle Moudry.
Hi. Buck. Here's your cleaning.
Thanks. Got that job interview at the ad agency. Which one do you think I should wear?
That one's definitely cooler.
Yes, but I've read you should look trustworthy, responsible.
Would you like to borrow my skirt?
No, thank you, Uncle. I don't think it's quite right. I think this one's it. Buck, would you take your bike out of the guest room? Uncle Moudry's going to be staying for a visit.
Get in there, George. The ball. Yeah. This way, George. Hit me. Come on. George, I'm open. That's it. Break for the bathroom. Take.
Good try, Matthew.
Hey, man, you had an eye test recently, man. You might need some glasses, buddy.
Oh, man, I got chewing gum or something on my shoe.
Sikes, Francisco 6, Dobbs, Quintero 11.
12, Albert. You get 2 points for a basket. 2 points.
Matthew, here.
When I cut, hit me. Yeah, George, I'm open.
Very good, George. Very.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing? I was open.
I made the basket. Isn't that the point?
We're a team, George. Teamwork.
Hey, Mutt, Jeff, may we proceed, huh?
Watch your man. Watch your man.
Yeah, you tell him, Coach.
Matthew, I think I can help you. Look, you've been shooting with a trajectory angle of approximately 45 degrees. Now, as you know, the ball drops at 32 feet per second. So if you...
You don't know how to keep score, but you're telling me about trajectory angles?
Well, they're really very different.
Jeez, it's hot.
You must remember the ozone. Are you wearing sunblock?
Yes, George. I'm gonna alley-oop this one. Just let me in. Alley-oop, George!
Getting over there, man, Holmes.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, boy, you're limping.
I'm fine.
Officer James, you're not supposed to be in this wing.
I thought you didn't take human patients.
I really must ask you to leave.
What's going on?
Please. It's not safe here with all the equipment.
Look, I'm okay. I'm okay.
If I could just get you inside. Perhaps I should carry you.
No.
Oh. What happened?
Matthew pulled a muscle in his groin.
That's really more my leg.
Do you have pain or swelling in your testicles?
No, they're fine.
Would you like for me to take a look?
Oh, sure. I'll just go put on some clean underwear. Thanks, George. Just blab it all over town. There's a little sour milk in the cupboard.
Really? August.
I tell you, George, I'm getting old. And I'm feeling it. Next month, 37. A whammo! You look pretty good. How old are you?
About 70.
What?
In your solar years, I'm 70.
Get out of here.
That's quite true, Matthew. Our systems are very different. In your years, our median life expectancy is about 140. That's a very good nose.
You telling me you guys don't get old like we do?
Oh, of course, we grow old, just at a slower rate.
So what, Emily's 35?
No, she's 10.
Well, you just said that you guys...
Our growth rate parallels that of yours until after adolescence. And then at about age 20, it slows to about half that of humans. Albert, he's 56.
Unreal.
I suppose it's rather like humans and dogs. You know, for every human year, a dog ages about 7.
So we're the dogs.
Yes. Soft. Very subtle finish. Excuse me. My friend had surgery this morning, Henry James.
I can only give information to the immediate family.
I am a police officer. He's a colleague.
Talk to Dr. Trenner.
Dr. Trenner. How did Henry James do?
He went into respiratory failure during surgery. We lost him.
He died? Henry?
I'm sorry. We tried everything.
Excuse
Excuse me. I have to tell his wife.
Kisaka pupneat oliva, Kisaka Steve, Kisaka serpo, Storosiri, Ruskle, Nokriva ke anjon, Nokriva ke anjon. Damusa, known here as Henry, is now ultimately free. We clothe his body in the robes of our ancestors, the garments we wore as free people, to symbolize the soul's liberation. And we place Damusa apart, for his essence is no longer with us. It resides now with Andarko and Celine. Please rise and help us speed Damusa's soul to its resting place. Tactum optis vrau, passanja se equi, Luca equi. Tactum optis vrau, passanja.
Why, George? Why did he die? They said it was nothing. They said they would take good care of him. So how could this happen? And what do I tell my children?
Your neighbor, Kathy.
I don't see why we couldn't just ask Dr. Trenner.
It's no problem. Kathy's in here a couple of days a week doing research. Besides, I don't want to go to gym unless I think something's wrong.
No, you can't anticipate an adverse reaction to an anesthetic or the trauma of surgery. With the techniques here on Earth, we still have so much to learn. Dr. Trenner has done more than anyone to build a database of our pathology.
If I could just see this.
How's your groin today?
Splendid. Thanks.
Oh.
It says here he was given a tracheotomy. That's in the throat. He was hit in the arm.
Well, he couldn't breathe. They had to open an airway. Anaphylactic reaction to anesthetic, tongue became edematous, blocking the trachea. Tracheotomy is standard procedure.
She's right, George. There's nothing here.
Excuse me. Did you by any chance scrub on Henry James' surgery?
Ich.
Por favor, drama. Nicht mich,
Brief. Asivas faktum nomads. Visrakit no eki engineering. Von Fardas.
What?
She says several patients have died in surgery. I'd like to see those patients' charts.
Yes, don't worry. We'll keep you out of this.
This is the last one, Weber, Max. Look for any similarities.
Think I know what I'm looking for here? Open reduction
Anaphylactic.
Anaphylactic reaction of vocal cords, tracheotomy.
Rhinoplasty, patient aspirated vomitus, tracheotomy.
Same here, mastectomy, aspiration of vomitus, tracheotomy.
Kathy, hi. What are you doing here?
We found something very peculiar. You've had a large number of respiratory deaths in surgery.
Yeah, tell me about it. We're going crazy.
Oh, so you know.
Of course. Dr. Trenner assigned me to try and figure out why. So far, nothing.
Look, George, Henry was a cop, a bro, but there's no point in this.
Kathy, I hate to be in this position, but medical files are confidential. I really can't allow you access without the permission of the families.
No, you're right. I'm terribly sorry. Would you like for me to refile these?
No, thank you. I'll have one of the clerks do it. Thank you.
I want Henry autopsied.
Oh, George, Henry saved your life. I know that. You feel bad, I feel bad. But what are we going to learn that they didn't?
I am not ready to face Henry's kids yet. Are you?
Susan Francisco?
Yes.
Come in, please.
Hello, I'm Beth Meadows. I'm Susan Francisco. You know that.
Have a seat, Susan.
Thank you.
Your application says you're a graduate of USC?
Yes, that's right.
My father went to USC.
Oh, really?
I love your pin. Where'd you get it?
My husband gave it to me as an anniversary present.
Oh, sweet. My boyfriend just moved out.
Oh.
Oh, Susan, you don't mind my asking, but how old are you?
Oh, not at all. In your years, I'm 68.
68.
Well, that's roughly equivalent to a human female in her mid-30s.
Susan, we need to reach young buyers. We need ideas that are dangerous, on the edge. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I think I do.
Outrageous, in your face.
Would you like to see my portfolio?
We really have to transmutate into teenagers. Get inside their heads.
Well, my portfolio's got to...
What I'm trying to say, I don't think you'd be happy here.
Oh.
I don't see anything unusual here.
Ditto. There's edema of the small bronchi, but that's consistent with asphyxia.
Would you please take a look at the tracheotomy?
Trenner does some fine work. I've seen some real butchers in here.
Look, I'm going to take off for a while.
Are you all right, Matthew?
Yeah, I'm just kind of thirsty. I'm going to go grab a cold one.
That's odd. You see it?
The spartiary gland is missing.
What's that?
We're not sure of all of its functions, but it helps regulate metabolism.
Maybe it was taken out during the embalming procedure. In some cultures, the heart and other organs are removed before burial.
No organs are removed. It's considered desecration.
Maybe it was removed at the clinic.
Why? Why wasn't it in his chart?
Jim, I really appreciate you coming down.
It's no problem. It was on my way.
All we're looking for is a couple of answers, and I think everybody's happy, right?
I think I can explain the spartiary gland. You see, among other things, we perform the function of being a research facility. As Kathy will tell you, we are really lacking in our knowledge of newcomer pharmacophysiology. We've got to put together a lot of information quickly so we can develop procedures, drugs, so we can provide these people with decent medical care.
About the gland.
It's like a dog with a bone.
Every patient signs a release permitting us, in case of death, to remove certain organs for research purposes. We couldn't function without that ability.
Was the spartiary gland removed on all these patients?
I'm not sure, but probably.
Why wasn't this reported on the medical charts?
Human error, I guess. Some of us are only human. Is there anything else?
No. Thanks again.
You know, I have devoted the last 4 years of my life to newcomer medicine, to training Tanktonese physicians. I have given up time, family, a great deal of money. You better not be implying that I'm not doing right by these people.
No, Jim, not at all. You know these Tanktonese, once they get an idea in their heads...
Forget it. There's nothing wrong with being thorough.
Thank you for your time. I will show you out.
Man, I'm sorry I got ticked off. I was up all night with a patient.
Oh, hey, no sweat.
Listen, I'm having a little party this afternoon. Maybe you can come. We could relive the old days at Belmont High.
Sure.
Here, let me give you my address. It's a little bit out of the way. Actually, why don't I just send my driver?
Driver?
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll pick you up at 5.
All right.
Did the doctor say anything else?
No, he just invited me over. So look, George, you satisfied now?
You clearly are.
That's right.
Tell me, would you be so complacent if Dr. Trenner weren't an old friend?
Hey, man, I'm still a cop.
Would you be so complacent if Henry were human?
That's out of line, George.
Is it? You and your racist jokes, your snide remarks. Oh, you know those Tanctonese, once they get something into their head...
Oh, give me a break. You're so damn sensitive. I want to puke.
Yes, and you and your good, clean, fun bigotry makes me just as ill.
I'll see you.
Thank you. Sidru. Kinod Iram. Raramak?
Feet look good. I'll stay away from the snout. I think you know something more about my friend's death. I can understand you wanting to protect your colleagues, but people are dying here. And if you know something, you must tell me.
I could lose my job over something I'm not even sure about.
Comfort yourself with that the next time someone dies.
Keep walking. It's humans. They're causing this. When your friend died, when all of them died, a human was undergoing surgery in the adjoining theater.
Humans. I heard you say you didn't take humans.
Dr. Trenner still has some of his old patients. He treats them here. Obviously, he's not keeping a very sterile field around the newcomers. Some human virus, some bacterium, it's affecting our people.
What kinds of procedures is he performing on the human?
I don't know. Only he and Dr. Windsor do the operations. They don't even keep those files at the hospital. They take them home. The only thing I know, it's always the same procedure. I've seen the patients coming out of surgery. They all have a dressing here on the right flank. Humans should never be treated in Tanctonese hospitals. Can't imagine the bacteria in their digestive system alone. They're biologic nightmares.
I don't know how you can watch that stuff.
Your day was not good.
I've been to 4 ad agencies so far, and everywhere it's the same thing. The minute I mention my age, that's it. They won't even look at my work.
They don't think you're old enough?
No, they think I'm too old. They have this very odd fixation about age.
Well, that's what happens when people live their whole lives in only one planet. They don't understand that time is relative.
So what do? There's no way they're going to hire a 35-year-old woman, let alone a 68-year-old.
What age would they like you to be?
I don't know. 28.
Tell him you're 28. That's what you'd be on Tromas for.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you, what did you do to yourself?
Oh, I pulled a muscle. It's a long, embarrassing story. You've done okay since Belmont High.
Yeah, well, I was a plastic surgeon before the newcomers arrived. You'd be amazed what people will pay to lose a couple of years.
Hey, I wouldn't mind dropping a few.
Tell him that joke. Tell him that joke.
So anyway, there's a Frenchman, a Russian, and a slag on a boat in the middle of the ocean, and the boat is sinking, and they only have 2 life jackets.
Matt, this is Celeste, my significant other.
This week, anyway.
And this is Matt, Celeste.
Hi.
Will you guys excuse me?
Sure.
Jim tells me you're a real football hero.
About 1 million years ago.
This is my friend Lisa Bancroft, Matt Sikes. Matt doesn't know anyone here. Take care of him, Lisa.
I'd love to. So, you're a cop, right?
Yeah.
How exciting. You carry a gun?
Yeah, we have to.
What does a girl have to do to see it?
I pulled something good out of the cellar. Hey.
Oh, you're wasting this on me. I'm used to screw tops.
Oh, come on, I don't believe that.
Get out of here. What do you think?
Well,
life's too short to drink cheap champagne.
You remember that time we double dated the Schuler twins?
You remember that? No,
We were parked on Mulholland Road. Really going at it.
Jim, come on, huh?
I'll tell you later.
So, Matt, is Lisa taking good care of you?
This is delicious. It's 000 beluga. Caviar, they fly it in fresh from the Caspian Sea.
Man, I could get used to this. Thanks.
Matt?
You all right?
Oh, I guess I'm just not used to this good champagne. You are so beautiful.
You're outside.
Matt? Hey, good morning.
What happened?
Just a bit too much bubbly. You okay?
Fine. Great, in fact. I don't remember a thing. I hope I wasn't out of line.
No. Well, Lisa was a little upset when you poured the butter sauce down her back.
No.
I'm kidding.
I'll tell you, though, I feel great. You know that muscle pull? It's gone.
Yeah, when you fell, I took care of that. It's nothing serious.
Huh. Thanks.
Listen, Matt, there's something I want to ask you. You're probably going to tell me to go to hell, but we're expanding the clinic, and I'm going to need a new chief of security. Now, the job won't give you the same satisfaction, maybe, as police work, but the hours are a hell of a lot better, and I'm sure the pay would be, too.
See, I never thought about leaving the force.
Okay, forget I even...
Wait. I mean, I don't mean to sound greedy, but what kind of salary are we talking about?
$130,000 a year. To start. Oh, Matt, it would be like old times. Plus, the benefits are outstanding. You work for me, you feel as good as you do now for the rest of your life. Well, think about it, okay? Oh, I almost forgot. Lisa wanted me to give you this. It's her phone number.
How was your party?
It's okay.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Yeah, me too. Forget it. Man, I feel good. I haven't felt this good in years.
I did learn something rather bizarre about the clinic, though.
Oh, George, can't you drop
I really
that?
think you should hear this. You don't feel it's an odd coincidence?
I'm sure there's lots of times when they had humans there and nobody died. I'm sure his people looked into it. You should see his house. Unbelievable. And listen to this. Jim offered me a job, head of security, 130 grand to start.
Sounds like a good opportunity.
Well, I'm not getting any younger. The department's a dead end. They promote Grazer over me. Come on.
As I said, it sounds like a good opportunity. But just remember, all that gold isn't glitter. There are two birds in a bush.
I got it, George.
Are you going to accept the offer?
Hey, I'd be a fool not to. What?
Matt, that dressing.
Oh, it's nothing. I had a look too much last night, took a fall.
Were you at the clinic?
No, I was at Trenner's. I passed out.
You passed out?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
That nurse said all the patients had a dressing just like that. Los Angeles, Trenner Clinic, please.
What are you doing?
Pathology, please. Yes, this is Dr. Berlin at the coroner's office. We received a death certificate on a patient who died in your hospital last night. It's smudged. I can't make out the cause of death. Thank you. Last night, a newcomer died in surgery after respiratory blockage and a tracheotomy. You were there, Matt. You had an operation.
George is right. You did have a surgical procedure.
What could he have operated on?
Well, it's hard to say. Your kidneys, perhaps, or your adrenal glands?
Adrenal glands, what exactly do they do?
They're part of the endocrine system. Metabolism.
And the spartiary gland taken from our people.
Also metabolism.
And metabolism is the generation and degeneration of tissue in the body. Well, that's aging. Matt, you said you were feeling exceedingly well today, youthful.
So?
That was after the operation.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, I can see where this is going. Give me a break. The Fountain of Youth?
Fountain of what?
You think Trenner takes a little piece of Newcomer, puts it in a human being, and bingo, you lose 10 years?
Matt, it is possible that the spartiary gland has some property that slows or even reverses the aging process in humans.
That is why Trenner looks so young. He is using tracheotomies to cover the removal of the gland, and he implants them in humans.
This is crazy, man. You think he's a murderer?
Matt, you know yourself that humans are obsessed with youth. They would do anything to hold on to it.
Look, I grew up with this guy. We were like brothers.
Can you give me another explanation?
Oh, God.
Dr. Trenner. Why?
I imagine money.
And all the time in the world to spend it.
We need the records of Dr. Trenner's human patients.
Let's get a warrant. Insufficient evidence. God, I hate this job sometimes.
But to call the judge a moron...
He is a moron.
Feel better.
We're going into Trenner's house. Gotta get those files.
Suddenly quite zealous.
We were friends. You lied to me, you tricked me, you put that stuff in me. But that's not why, George. Because he's killing people.
Matt, we don't even have a warrant.
You were the one who talked about having to face Henry's kids. You want to sit back on this fine. I'm not gonna.
Are we there yet?
Yeah. Give me a minute before you go in.
Dad, glad you called. How you feeling?
Unbelievable. That job you mentioned?
Yeah.
I want it.
Great.
Jim, I gotta know something. Whatever you slipped me last night was fantastic. I want more.
Slipped you?
Oh, come on. It was in the champagne, right? Come on, don't hold out on me.
Imagine, think about this, man. Imagine if Mozart could have taken a drug to live another 50 years, or Rembrandt, or Einstein.
Is that it? Is that what you got?
Imagine how much richer the world would be.
And the guy who owned the drug wouldn't be so bad off either, huh?
Well, you think Salk didn't make money from his vaccine? He still cured polio.
All right. So, how do I get some more of this stuff?
How bad do you want it?
Are you kidding?
Tell me, is that partner of yours still playing Sherlock Holmes?
My partner, give me a break. Do you know what it's like to be saddled with one of those melon heads? Oh, I know you're supposed to be the great slag savior, but personally, I can't stand them.
Man, you sound like a purist.
Hey, between you and me?
Let me show you something. I've taken this patient the furthest. She's had a dozen treatments.
This is her after 4 treatments. 6 treatments. 9. This is Lisa Bancroft today, after 12 treatments.
Matt, you purists are a little short-sighted. I mean, these newcomers are a wonderful gift. It's a natural resource.
Is that what you put inside me? Something from a slag?
You don't seem to be hurting. You remember Genesis? Be masters of the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and all living creatures of this earth. Sounds like a plan, huh?
How young could I be?
Pick an age. I was over at Royce Hall last night with Celeste, saw a couple of the later Beethoven quartets. Now, you really forget how beautiful they are? Complex. I mean, Opus 131 has this adagio. It is magnificent. I mean, it brings tears to your eyes. Is it sparciary gland? Okay, we can pull the plug on this one. No, I am gonna get that CD. Matt, you really gotta get that part of your C's off.
I can do that.
Oh, excuse. Yeah. Cocras net gilimas la digitalis. Where were we? I tell you, man, we got great days ahead of us. Well, roll up your sleeve. Hmm? It's a booster. It's part of the treatment.
So soon?
Why wait? Roll up your sleeve.
Needles, you know, they really give me the willies.
Come on, man. I'll give you a lollipop.
No, really, I'd really rather hold off on this.
Give him a shot.
George! You all right?
I'm so glad to see you.
George, we gotta get out of here.
Whatever you say.
George, walk. I've been shot.
Oh, shot? Oh. That's unfortunate.
Now listen to me, George. You're gonna have to drive.
Oh, I like to drive.
Here. Come on. Start the car.
Hmm?
Start the car. Now put in gear. Put in gear. Go, go. Go now.
Did we hit something?
Nothing important, George.
My late husband. And this is my son, Tom. He lives in Zurich. I've avoided seeing him. Couldn't explain why I look so young.
Did you know?
I don't need to worry now. In a year or two, I'll look like Tom's mother again.
Did you know he was killing newcomers? Give me the Trenner papers. The papers and the discs.
What are you doing? Matt, that's evidence.
We've got enough to convince.
No, the research, no.
This has blood on it.
If you destroy these papers, all those people will have died for nothing. This must be shared.
How the hell can you say that? How many more people have to die? Your people!
Trenner was insane. You can't judge all scientists because of him. This might be used for some good.
Yeah, that's what they said when they split the atom. Never bet on the goodness of the human race.
MFA, USC, and may I ask your age?
28.
Okay. Let's see your portfolio.
Lass uns von ihm